Yo, what's good everyone? Welcome back to ACS Sneakers. My name is Aiden. On today's video, we are finally getting around to taking a look at the Air Jordan 3 Midnight Navy. But before we get into all of that, I want to welcome back my returning viewers, and to any new viewers, welcome to the channel. We do release brand new sneaker content just like this each and every week. So do make sure to smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. Also, make sure that bell notification is switched on so you never miss a video. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into the intro. So quickly before we go ahead and actually dive into the video itself, I decided to take a few days off this week, and that is the main reason as to why this review is coming out so late. Now, as of today's date, which is the 9th of April, this is actually my baby's due date, and as of now, we've got absolutely no sign that she's coming or going to be coming anytime soon. So we figured we may as well just do this video now, otherwise it'll never get done. I really do appreciate every single person that's decided to tune into this video. I know this is a late review, but I hope you guys still enjoy it all the same. And with all that waffle aside, let's go ahead and take a look at the box. So jumping straight into the box like we always do on my channel, as you can see, we get that pretty bog standard Jordan 3 box. We're starting to see this design pretty much with every single Jordan 3 release. So for example, this was the exact same format for the cool greys, red cements, court purples, even the varsity royals. Every single colorway that I can think of from recent times has had this exact same color blocking. So we have 1/3 as the actual elephant print. The other 2/3 we have this really nice midnight navy color, and in the center we do have that white Jumpman. Taking a quick look at the label now, which reads Air Jordan 3 Retro in the midnight navy white colorway. Now this is in a UK size 9, as you can see. And other than that, there's really not a lot to talk about in terms of the actual box. So if we now go ahead and jump straight into the shoes. So no more messing around, jumping straight into the shoe, starting out with the uppers. As you can see, we have this really nice tumbled navy leather material. And I'll be completely honest, this is actually the main motivator that actually made me even want to go out and buy the shoe in the first place. I actually have the red cement colorway, and the leather material on that shoe is identical to this. It's also really similar to that varsity royal colorway as well. The quality of the leather, it's not the best in the world, don't get me wrong. It's not like the most premium leather that I've ever seen, but it is a genuinely really good leather in my opinion. And based on everything that I've done with the actual red cement pair in terms of how often I've worn it, you know, in the conditions that I've worn it, it definitely leads me to believe that it's going to hold up really well as well. Now the red cement is still to this day one of my most worn pairs in my collection. I wear it all the time and it's genuinely one of my favourite shoes. So as soon as I saw the pictures of this and saw the similarities between how nice the tumbled leather is on this shoe in comparison to those red cements, I just had to grab this, and it's just genuinely a really nice colourway as well, to be completely honest. Now, a lot of the actual chatter about this shoe relates to the fact that a lot of people are referencing this as the Georgetown colourway. I've even seen some people even say that it's the Michigan colourway. I know absolutely nothing about that, I'll be completely honest. So for the purposes of this video, and as far as my understanding goes, I'm just going to keep referring to the shoe as the Midnight Navy. If you're watching this video and you have ties to Georgetown, I'm not even sure if that's an actual place or if it's just a basketball team, or if you're from Michigan or anything like that, you're probably going to see this shoe in a very different light to me. I'm just going to be judging this based on the actual colourway, the quality of materials, and my personal opinions on the actual shoe. But yeah, just to kind of put it out there, I know little about it. So if you guys want to share some information in the comments, please feel free to do so. But if we then just move to the actual front end of the shoe itself, wrapping right the way around the toe through the mudguard, we do have this really nice navy leather. It's not necessarily as premium as the tumbled leather that we see on the rest of the upper, but in general, it's a pretty decent material in my opinion. And then wrapping right the way around the toe, we have that really nice elephant print. Now, according to a lot of videos I've seen personally and a lot of the research that I've done, this is actually a lot closer to the OG colorways and the OG original pairs than some of the pairs we've seen in recent years. I personally don't mind it, whether it be, you know, the thicker version or this thinner version. It doesn't really play much of a part. I just love the elephant print on it. I think it makes the shoe really classy. It's probably the best word I would use. I actually posted these up on Instagram, and that was a word that was thrown around quite a lot, that this shoe just looks really classic. It looks really classy. You can dress this up, you can dress it down, and I think a lot of that has to do with the actual elephant print on the shoe. So if we then just go ahead and actually jump down to the midsole of the shoe, as you can see, we have this all white midsole besides this really nice navy hit towards the heel, and just underneath that we have an exposed air unit. Switching then to the outsole of the shoe, we do have this primarily grey outsole. We have hits of white and hits of navy as well with that Jordan branding. Another thing that I was actually really pleased about when it came to this release is just the overall quality control of the actual shoe. You know, I'm definitely one of those kind of people that complains whenever I get a poor quality shoe, and I've actually done it in quite a few different videos. But like I touched on one of my more recent videos, I'm not sure exactly which one, the overall quality control, especially in recent weeks and even recent months, has definitely took a massive uptake for me. I've not noticed any glue stains. I mean, there's an odd brush stroke issue. That's just going to happen. That's pretty much part and parcel. But the major things that I look for are things like glue stains, pre-creasing, and all those kind of things. I'm pleased to say that this shoe was absolutely brilliant. It came in probably one of the best conditions that I've had for most recent releases. So the quality is really nice. The materials are really good. And it's just a really nice wearable shoe. You know, a lot of people are picking this up because of its sentimental reasons, whether it's for Georgetown, Michigan, or whatever other reason you pick it up. But for somebody who's quite neutral like me, the quality of the shoe is just exceptional, and the overall quality control is just as good as well. So those are just a couple of things that I thought were worth mentioning. I'm sure that there are people out there that have got bad quality on their shoe, but hopefully this release, you know, everybody got decent pairs. But then just moving back into the actual center of the shoe itself, as you can see, we have these flat white shoelaces in the center of the shoe. Now you do actually get an additional set of laces with the shoe as well. Personally, I definitely feel like the white laces just make this shoe look a lot better. I think it adds a lot to the actual colorway. Whereas I think if you actually go with these kind of blue light laces, it's going to take a lot away from it and definitely a lot of the appeal for me. So in my personal opinion, I'm just going to stick with the white laces. But I do actually think that if you were to put like grey laces in here, it looks really nice. I've seen quite a few pictures like that as well. But the laces themselves do actually sit atop this really nice perforated nubuck tongue. I'm going to be completely honest, it may not even be nubuck, but just in terms of its overall texture, it feels really similar to nubuck in my opinion. And then either side of the actual laces, at the bottom portion, we do have these grey eye stays. In the midfoot middle section, we do actually have more of that really nice perforated nubuck material. We also have those navy blue eye stays as well. And then at the top portion of the eye stays, we do have these grey eye stays as well. I'm not sure if you call them eye stays or eyelets or whatever the actual technical term is. So let's just go with eye stays for the time being. But if we then just continue up the actual laces to the centre of the tongue, in the centre of the tongue itself, we do have that really nice navy embroidered Jumpman. Another thing that I do feel like is worth mentioning about the tongue of this shoe is that the tongue is kind of different to some of the other colourways you may have already seen. Even as recent as just 2 or 3 years ago, the tongue style was a little bit different. So for example, the colour on the back of this tongue is in this really nice navy colour. And if this was released say 2 or 3 years ago, the actual back portion of the tongue would peak up just above the top of the tongue as it is now. So you'd not only be able to see the embroidery on the Jumpman, you'd actually be able to see the navy colour peaking just above the top of the tongue. Whereas on these more new school colourways, we're starting to see a much cleaner version of that. A lot of people seem to not like it. I really like it. I think it looks absolutely fine. That's not to say that I didn't like how it looked previously, but I just think it looks a lot cleaner actually just seeing the tongue as it is, and then on the back of the tongue, that navy colour. But then taking a look around the ankle collar and sock liner, around the ankle collar, we do have that really nice nubuck style material with the perforation. Once again, it could be completely different. It might not even be nubuck, but that's just how it feels to me. And then moving inside the actual shoe itself, we have this really nice grey sock liner, really nicely padded, and in my personal opinion, the Jordan 3 has to be up there as one of the most comfortable Jordan silhouettes. But in terms of the actual overall sizing of the shoe, like I mentioned at the start of the video, I've just gone with my natural true to size fit, which is a UK size 9. Because of how nicely this fits on me, I've never really tried to go a half size up or down. So in my personal opinion, I would just highly recommend just going with your natural true to size fit. However, if you really wanted to actually understand your best fit, it's always going to be best if you can actually try a pair before buying. If that's not possible and you're looking to pick this up on the aftermarket, so for example on StockX or GOAT, in my personal opinion, just go with your natural true to size fit and that will be the best outcome for you. And just taking a quick look at the insole of the shoe now, as you can see we have that really nice navy colour with the white Jumpman branding. Just as a little segue in this video, which to be honest I don't normally do, to mark the celebration of my daughter's birth, which hasn't even happened yet, considering, you know, we was expecting it to be today and it hasn't happened, I went out and actually purchased my Grail shoe. Now, I do have quite a few Grails on my list, I'll be completely honest, but this is definitely one that I was after for quite a while. I think only really 1 or 2 people that are watching this video actually know what I'm talking about. So Adjusty, if you're watching this video now, don't comment anything. This is for everybody else. I want everybody else that's watching this video to comment on it and try and kind of guess what my Grail is and what I've picked up. And whoever gets it right, I'll make sure to feature all those comments in that video when those shoes eventually arrive. This may be my last video for a couple of weeks. I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen when she's born, when she's even going to be born. So this might be the last time you see me for a little while.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
But I really do appreciate all the messages that I've been getting over on Instagram, on Facebook, and just all my social media platforms. You know, I've been getting a lot of messages, you know, asking about the missus and how she's doing, and just general well-wishing. It really is appreciated, and, you know, I really do appreciate anybody that's taken the time out to even remember, because I probably wouldn't even be that considerate. So for everybody that sent me a message, I do truly appreciate it. Do make sure to get your comments in, and, you know, we'll make sure to feature them in a future video. So just to finish up, taking a look at the heel of the shoe, as you can see, we have that really nice navy heel plate with the white Jumpman and Herb branding just underneath. Underneath that, wrapping right the way around to both the lateral and medial side, we do have the elephant print. You might be asking yourself why this doesn't feature the Nike Herb branding. The reason for that is this is a non-OG colourway, and they used to use the Jumpman and the Nike Herb branding to basically just differentiate between what is and what isn't an OG colourway. And other than that, I think we've just about covered everything that's worth covering on this shoe. So if we now just go ahead and jump straight into my opinions of the shoe. So just to wrap up this video and give you guys my overall opinion on the shoe itself, in terms of rating, I give the Air Jordan 3 Midnight Navy a pretty respectable 8 out of 10. The colourway, I'll be honest, hasn't really blown me away. It's a really simple and nice colourway to wear day to day, but it's really not going to reinvent the wheel, and it's just a really nice pair just for the overall rotation. I still personally feel like my red cements are much nicer to wear for me personally, but I'd love to know your guys' opinions as well. Was this a cop for you, or did you pass on it? Do make sure to leave me a comment in the comment section below. If you stuck around to this point in the video, I want to say a massive thank you. Do make sure to smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. Also, make sure that bell notification is switched on so you never miss a video, and I hope to see you all again in the next one.